Are you struggling with showing up every single day consistently? This week on the podcast, guys, I'm going to talk about what I'm doing. And it's not, I'm going to talk about what I'm doing to show up consistently through being persistent and consistent. So, guys, we're all chasing happiness. It's a figment of our imagination because it's always an external chase instead of an internal chase. So, this week, I want to talk about showing up consistently. And part of this is going to be a faith conversation just for the simple fact I have to rely on faith to get me there because every single day I battle with anxiety to worry about the future. It's a tough road to really go down by yourself. And the only way I know how to handle it is through faith and guidance. So if you're not faith-based, I understand. I am God-based, I am faith-based, and I'm looking to really find a way to settle myself on a daily basis when it comes to my business, my personal life, and everything else that comes along with life in general. So showing up consistently, guys, is a daunting task. I know for me, it's a struggle that I deal with. And the best way to describe it is starting my day out right is part of being consistent and showing up every single day is getting up, being thankful that I woke up because like I said in prior episodes, there are people that had plans today that did not wake up. And then from there, I get up, I've got a morning routine. I take Moose out, my dog, we go for a walk, clear my head. I do some journaling. I read some scripture, take a shower, get ready, start my day. I typically get up between 4:15 and 4:30 in the morning. It is early, but it seems to work best for me just for the simple fact it starts my day off to where I can actually deal with what needs to happen and also set my mind. I feel like when I sleep in 6:30, the day goes by too quickly and there's just not much I can actually do. But in the end, getting up at 4:30 works for me. Consistent piece. The best way I know how to describe for myself to be consistent and showing up every single day is having a mindset of today is the day and I'm focused on today only. I know just a few minutes ago, I just said I struggle with anxiety. I do. But the thing that I know that I have to do to make sure that I am present and showing up every single day is focusing in on what's in front of me today, right now, 30 seconds, a minute in front of me. Is that a little bit short term? It is. But when you're fighting with anxiety and worried, about finances or your personal life or things going on in the world, it really works. It's hard, but I'm able to focus in on the tasks that I have in front of me. There are times every single day that I just do not feel like showing up at all, or I don't want to deal with something. I don't put my head in the sand. I just kick it down the road. And when I catch myself kicking it down the road, I have to be able to stop and think about it several times before I can actually make a decision on how I'm going to handle it. But the one thing that I do, that's nice, one thing that I do is tell myself that I'm not going to continue to kick it down the road. I'm going to take it head on and get the task, action, whatever it is, taken care of. Now, also showing up is being persistent. Being persistent in my mind is you've got a situation or challenges that you're dealing with. You're persistently always, as I say, chiseling away at them. Do you remember there's a picture out there of two guys that are digging and one gives up too soon before he hits I think they're diamonds? That's what I look at as being persistent. you're gradually chipping away at the problems and making sure that you don't stop. But if you do stop, you can rest, but you don't give up. Giving up is the biggest hurdle that we deal with on a daily basis, because I know when I give up, I have regret. And I don't want to regret anything. I want to be able to say that I put my wholehearted effort into it to bring it to a conclusion, whether it be a positive or a negative conclusion. I brought it to a conclusion as best I could. So in the end, I know that being persistent and chipping away at things is a good way to look at life and life hurdles. But also in that, and I'm being transparent, I get frustrated because things are not moving as quickly as I want them to move. So I end up getting frustrated and I have to walk away and come back. Can you say that's a royal pain in the butt? Yes. Because we are in a day and age where everything is instant gratification, shooting videos on a phone or text messages or social media. It's just all there and it's at our fingertips. And when it doesn't happen at the speed of light, we all get frustrated. So being persistent is something that I've learned over time. It's come in different waves. I know when I first started really focusing in on it, I caught myself putting my head in the sand on certain things, and that was really causing me more anxiety and more issues than it was worth. But I was able to pull back and then take a look at, okay, why are you putting your head in the sand? Oh, because you don't want to make that phone call, or you don't need it, or you don't want to respond to that email. But then I realized by not taking the action, whether the outcome was good or bad, it created more anxiety and more issues for me to where it lingered throughout the day and it was on my mind constantly. So if I had one or two things that I put my head in the sand, those things were eating at me all day long. And it finally it broke on a couple of things that I was doing in the business many, many months ago, or I'd probably say a couple years ago is what I would say, that it just got me to a point of, I've got to stop doing this and I need to start being persistent in my actions, which would create consistency, because if I'm persistent, it rolls into the consistency aspect. And it took a pretty major incident for me to actually realize that, hey, as long as you're addressing the problem and you're moving forward with it, the outcome is not what you're looking. I was more worried about the outcome than I was worried about taking the action to resolve the issue, because I was only worried about the negative outcome and not the positive. And that'll lead me to the last piece, guys, and we'll wrap this up, is the mindset. The mindset of showing up every single day so you can be consistent and persistent. Is it the easiest thing to do? No. But can we all do it? Yes. The challenge is you have to want it, and you're going to have to show up to want it, but then you also are going to have to fight through those times and days to where your mindset says, forget this, walk away and give up, because there are going to be plenty of times like that to where your mind is going to say, this is too much. You need to fight back and push back and say, no, we're going to step away, regroup, find a way to re-show back up through being persistent and consistent. I know it's a little vague, guys, but it's truly that. It's the first step in all this is to not give up, not walk away completely. Walk away to clear your head, but don't walk away to give up. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'll see you guys on the other side.